My name is Davis Yu. I coach with the North York Knights, and I've been coaching now for about 28, 29 years. I started coaching hockey in high school. I obviously chose hockey because it was a sport I was familiar with, and I just fell in love with the coaching. I was looking for an organization that my son could participate in the Learn to Play, and the North York Knights accommodated. So it was sort of by chance, but I wanted to coach as well. So they accepted, and I started coaching in their Learn to Play program after coaching a number of years, assistant coaching in AA, AAA, and the OMHA. It's been a great, rewarding time with the organization, coaching the 08 year from inception through Learn to Play right up until U17. And then U18, I came back down. I think every coach would tell you that competing and having fun are always objectives that they aim towards. I believe that if you play a game that you love, the fun part kind of takes care of itself. The GTHL is extremely competitive in all three levels. I've been able to coach at the AAA level, the AA, and the single A. While they're all different skill levels, the competition is very high. It provides an excellent ground for life lessons for the kids. I think it's really important to help them establish goals. A lot of these kids may not hit a specific level of hockey they dream about when they're younger, but we can help them achieve other goals. And I think the process is the main focus that myself and other fellow coaches really hone in on. So some of the moments that I'm most proud of or the most memorable are the ones with the team that I pretty much, I wouldn't say built from scratch, but had from day one. We didn't come out of a large select program. We had to pretty much build it from near scratch. Particular year, we won the Tier 3 select division. It did very well in the Tier 2 division, so you see that promotion. And by the time we got to our first year in the G, we were a very, very competitive team. The experience and organic process to build a competitive team was very rewarding. Seeing them all develop and seeing them compete and successfully at the end of the day, what makes me most proud though, regardless of the final destination, is just seeing kids improve year over year. If we can instill an environment and a culture built on challenging young players today to compete at the highest level that they can compete at. I had the opportunity several years ago to host foreign teams coming in to the G. We had teams from Finland, and we had teams from Denmark, and we had teams from Europe and the US that would come up, and we would organize festivals here at Scotiabank or other arenas. And a good friend of mine, his son had participated in one, and he wanted me to get involved with some of these teams that his son played for in Hong Kong. And so we would try to organize some development skates. I would run some skates for the younger kids, and I get some very good instructors to do some sessions for the older kids. And that culminated into a discussion with their chairman of the Hong Kong Hockey Association around development and building a national program. Right now, the Hong Kong national team competes at the Division 3 level of the IIHF. Their goal is to be promoted to the second level to then eventually qualify for the Olympics. Their motivation is mostly based on the fact that neighboring countries like China, Korea are already at the D2 level. My role has been to help establish their program, bylaws, governance. I also put together a coaching committee and develop a group of instructors. Before the team competed at the IHFs, if the tournament was being hosted close to North America, then we would hold a 1 week camp here in Toronto or Vancouver, and I would coordinate and organize. I haven't been able to go out there, but I will be heading out in the next month to watch them and be on the ice with them as they compete in the IHFs this year in Hong Kong. Yeah, it's gonna be fascinating. I mean, they only have 2 rinks, and they're in shopping malls. So you have a very limited supply of infrastructure. They remediate or mitigate that by traveling to neighboring countries to practice. 10, 15 years ago, you wouldn't have heard of that many people playing hockey in Hong Kong. It's quickly accelerating. My family originally comes from Korea, but when I was a teenager and went to Korea with Jim Peck to play, we were playing in the same shopping malls that Hong Kong's playing in today. So it's a little bit of deja vu. They love their hockey. I mean, it's not the most popular sport in Hong Kong, but it's a very fast growing one with the kids, and they love it. They go to extremes to play it, which includes traveling far regions on weekends, but we're talking inter-country travel. And their passion flows through to a sport that historically hasn't seen a lot of Eastern Asians or Asians in general play. When I was younger, I honestly felt that I was the only Asian kid in the league playing, and today you're seeing a lot more. It will be a matter of time, I believe, before they do become D2, and it continues to grow. But their passion, I think, is what a lot of people don't get to see or appreciate. The other thing is the competition there is more than just regional. It's not like OMHA versus the GTHL. They want to beat the mainland Chinese. This is country by country. And so when they look at a neighboring country and they see success occur there, it motivates them significantly. You have Turkey, I think the Philippines, Taiwan, I think Macau, and those teams that are all D3. So just the natural rivalry that occurs is quite significant. Don't let your ego or other people's perceptions intervene with what you truly believe, makes a difference, for you, your family, and for those that you coach. And I like to think that there's still a little bit of that wholesome perspective with coaching, where the intent is to develop young adults, young kids, and to have a passion for a sport that they love and continue to love, and hopefully play for the rest of their lives. That to me is what I hope people who want to get into coaching take away from it. My parents weren't able to see a lot of my games. They weren't able to go to a lot of my games. So for me to be able to not only give back and be part of my son's every hockey life when he was younger, but to do it for other people's kids is just a bit more special for me. In my particular geography, we live in North York. Most of the teams are community-based. The Knights are, while a lot of the kids that play there may be from some parts of the community, it truly is a multi-regional area. A lot of these kids don't go to school together. That mimicked my childhood, because when I played in Toronto and I played for small towns, we were playing with kids from all over. It was not as community-based. The hockey world represents a different angle, a different facet. Chris Paul and Mary Zettel I've been able to work with now for a number of years to give communities and the kids a chance to play the game they love. Coaches like Doug Rumson and Carey Durant, Nathaniel Brooks, Rain Carnegie, have been influential on me and also my own son. And there's many more that I haven't probably listed. Jason Ricci is another one. It's a good community, and that's how I think we all get better through listening to others, peer to peer within the community.